everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at Warrior Class Deadlock from Transformers Cyberverse Power of the Spark. So while most of the new Power of the Spark toys are either the Battle Class or the Elite Class with the Spark armors, there are a few Warrior classes still being released. Deadlock is probably, I want to say, one of maybe two new figures. I guess that's not true. There's still Gnaw as well. I don't know if Gnaw is Warrior Class. I guess he must be. But he seems smaller, so I'm not 100% sure. But taking a look at the front of the packaging, nice artwork here on the front. You can probably tell if you're familiar with the comics at all that he looks very similar to Drift. I believe Deadlock is Drift's name before he switched allegiances. He started as a Decepticon and then became an Autobot, but this is the Decepticon version, so it's Deadlock. Typical Decepticon group shot there on the side, and then on the back you have the vehicle mode, the robot mode, and then you have the others that are available. I'm kind of surprised that Jetfire's not on here because there is a Warrior Class Jetfire also coming out, but they decided to go with Prowl and Optimus. So pretty cool packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get him out of there and we'll take a closer look. So here's Deadlock out of the packaging. He's not that great, I'll be honest with you. Really hollow legs. He's got a ton of car kibble on his back. The spring-loaded sword gimmick, for whatever reason, the right-handed one on mine is very droopy. And I don't really know why that is. He just feels kind of like a hollow figure. He's pretty hollow everywhere around, which is kind of a bummer. The head sculpt's decent. Let me see if I can move this up so we can get a closer look there. Not too bad. Nice silver paint for the face, red eyes, all looks pretty good. Decepticon symbol painted on the chest there looks pretty good. How this gimmick is supposed to work, you're supposed to bring these around and they will peg underneath for the arms. And then you kind of want to make sure that there's no clearance issues. See, it pops out way too easily without even doing anything. But anyway, how this is supposed to work, you're supposed to press down on like the torso and they're supposed to flip out. Basically, and this is from what I've been able to try to figure out, there's these pieces here that the pressing down on the chest will push in, and you can see how it works real nice on that one. This one, it really doesn't work at all. Like, you press on it and it just gets stuck. You can kind of see it's been released, but it never actually flips out. So it's just not great. It's just not a great gimmick. The way it's supposed to work is not that good. And they get caught more often. It's kind of the opposite problem than what I had with Alpha Trion. His could not stay down. This one just like, it goes in and then it gets caught. And it never wants to actually... Well, there you go. That one actually worked. So it's hit or miss. It's very hit or miss. I like the idea. I think the swords look cool. Except for the kind of droopy one. But also because of the gimmick, he really has no shoulder movement. He has this spin and that's it. That's all he has in the shoulders. Head can go side to side. He's got a ball joint in the hip. And then he's got pretty much 90 degrees in the knee. But that's it. That's all his articulation. Hips, knees, head swivel, and arm swivel. That's it. So, I mean, for a $15 toy, it's a little lackluster. And if the sword gimmick really worked well, I might be a little bit more forgiving. But it constantly doesn't work. Now it's not working for either of them. I don't know, man. This has no reliability whatsoever. You can always reach in and just kind of push the peg in, but... So, yeah, I don't know. The robot mode is meh. I mean, between the back kibble, the really hollow legs, and the sword gimmick that just doesn't really work that well, hindering a lot of his articulation, the robot mode is just kind of meh. Alright, so for the transformation, you want to stow the swords away, although I can almost promise you they will pop out at some point during the transformation. You're going to lift up this whole assembly, and you're going to... Oh, I'm sorry, you have to unpeg the arms first. You can see that they peg in up top there. So you want to bring them away so that you can lift this whole assembly up. You need to cover the head and then peg this in here. Then you're going to lift this whole section up like this. Bring the arms in. And the arms, see, this it just pops completely off. Look at this. Junk. It pops back on, but should not be doing that. In any case, you can see that there are tiny little tabs on the inside, and they will peg onto this big purple bar here. So to make this all line up, you just kind of put that in there, and then that'll peg in. And then you can bring this part back down. So you can see it's pretty much the whole front of the car. At this point, you're just going to peg the legs together and then just lift this up. And this will peg in up here. And there are little tabs here on the bottom, right there. I'm actually surprised the swords didn't pop out. So here's the vehicle mode you're left with. The vehicle mode's not bad. I mean, I've seen worse. You know, it looks like a cool little car. Rolls decently. It's got some toe spoiler action going on over here. I appreciate that they painted the windows. They didn't paint over here, but these are almost molded to not really look like windows, so I can kind of forgive it. And then you have some nice red paint here on the hood. Some silver paint down here in the grill. Just look how hollow it is underneath, though. It's just so hollow. But it's alright. I think the car mode is fine. Honestly, I think the car mode is not that bad. It's just... I don't know. I mean, it's a car. There's nothing really much to write home about. It's just decent little car mode. So yeah, honestly... Transformation back is actually even easier because you just kind of bring out the arms. Or just take the arm completely off. Yeah, don't buy this toy. Honestly, stick with the Spark Armors. I've actually been having a lot of fun with them. This thing, the arm just keeps completely popping off. The gimmick doesn't work that well. The robot mode is really not that good. It's just kind of a mess. I'm honestly surprised they're even bothering to continue with the warrior class now that they've completely changed the play gimmick. They're not doing many of them. They did a Slipstream repaint of Starscream, which is like a Target exclusive, I think. But, I mean, the Starscream toy was so bad, who cares? And, I think there's a Jetfire. The Jetfire actually doesn't look bad, but there's already a really good, decent Jetfire in the battle class. So, should probably just stick with that. Yeah, this guy's just not good. I mean, Cyberverse's spring-loaded warrior class gimmick figures, they're just not great. Some of them are decent. Like, Soundwave was kind of fun. Prowl wasn't bad. I wanted to like this guy a lot because I thought it was cool that they're bringing like the Drift/Deadlock character into Cyberverse. But yeah, it's just meh. It's just it's not great. For the same price, you could get a battle class figure, and that's going to have a really nicely, decently articulated robot with some fun armor, and it's just a better buy. I would say, honestly, just stay away from the warrior class because they're just not good. So, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.